MMORPGs are without a doubt the most engaging and time-consuming type of games. It could be a hard day to pick a good one, because the best ones really demand a massive amount of time before you can figure that out. Here's our top 20 MMORPGs of 2025 to play on Android and iOS. Number 1. Odin Valhalla Rising's gone global, and it is a beast of a game. After pretty much crushing in Korea where it was initially released, this Norse-themed MMORPG is now on mobile and PC worldwide. No loading screens, full open world and crossplay built in. Besides it's a bit of a 30 gigabytes plus problem, it's just a pretty charming time to be had. 4 classes to choose from, a 30 versus 3 war system, it's got raids in massive scales and dungeons that really don't mess around. In fact, the global version hits even harder with better graphics, smoother UI, and launch events dropping a free legendary mount if you start today. If you're into MMOs and you can handle the size, now is the time. Ares Rise of Guardians has finally landed, bringing some of the finest console-grade warfare straight to PC and mobile. This game is a MMORPG mixed third-person shooter in this near-future universe on the siege, where you step in as humanity's savior, that's running these advanced mech suits to push back alien corruption and invasions, and the battles right in the middle of them shifts between, ground assaults, aerial dogfights, and it's pretty awesome. You've got 4 different mech classes to swap mid-fight for basically non-stop action. Add in a huge 30-player raid system in this game, a great visual, PvPs, lots of missions in PvE, and you get a game that really keeps everything going on for a long time. If you've been waiting for a true AAA mobile MMO, this might just be it. Coming up behind that at number 3, we'd like to spotlight Black Desert Mobile. With millions of players already hooked, this game feels like one of those that blows you away at its first glance, then slowly reminds you it's still a mobile MMO at its heart. It's a pretty good looking game, no doubt, with some of the best character creations you will ever see on a phone, but if you zoom out a little bit, the magic starts to kind of fade. The story is all over the place, and the gameplay, while smooth and flashy, leans heavily on auto features that kind of drain the fun if you let them. Still, it's pretty packed with content, dungeons, and side activities. Beautiful, it's ambitious, but somehow it just never feels as deep as it looks. Coming up behind that at number 4. Now remember, this is a MMORPG list, and it's for everybody. And for a little bit of a shift, Destiny Rising has been on Android and iOS, and it has topped the second most downloaded and highest rated MMORPG of the month on the platform. This game's already sitting there with 10 million downloads, and it's nothing short of a thrill. Imagine Destiny and Warframe had a baby in the same universe, but then it's also optimized for quick, smooth gameplay on phones. You're diving into co-op missions, competitive multiplayer, and a fresh alternative timeline full of these unseen corners of the Destiny's universe. Rewards are just generous, daily sign-ins and hundreds of free draws and hero-based classes, keep combat fast and fluid. It's a spin-off that manages to feel familiar, yet completely fresh. Moving down to number 5, it is Lord 9, Infinite Class. Just went global, hitting that seriously deep action RPG spot. The star here is actually the infinite class system in the game, letting you mix and match over 60 different classes and 50 abilities to craft your own unique combat style. It's nothing short of a MMORPG classic and feel if we're talking about freedom. Cross-platform play means your grind flows anywhere, anytime on PC or mobile, so no matter where you're at, you can still play the game on PC and on trip with your phone. The game's already a beast in Korea and Taiwan with over 40 million players online, topping RPG charts and, winning awards. It's got amazing launch events, it is only 4.5 gigabytes in size, and it's available on Android and iOS as well. We'd like to give a honorable mention to Monster Hunter Outlanders. This thing just stole the spotlight with a brand new trailer, and the whole mobile gaming industry is just shaken right now. A land that's crawling with massive monsters, but still, it's not a watered down spin-off of its original. It actually feels pretty close to the mainline experience. The game's announced to be coming out fully on mobiles early next year. That's why we couldn't keep it off the list today, since it's just weeks away for us to get actual taste of it. There's crafting, 7 unique different biomes to explore and new bosses that hit harder than anything we've seen before. There is a closed beta coming out this November too. Outlanders is coming up as the most ambitious Monster Hunter on mobile yet. Going down to number 7, Huntopia is the kind of MMORPG that sneaks up on you and ends up eating hours of your day before you even notice. It's got that mix of exploration, like creature collecting and team-based hunts that just clicks. You start out roaming wild lands, dense jungles, glowing deserts, old ruins, and every area has different creatures worth taming. Raising and evolving pets actually feels meaningful here, not just cosmetic. Teaming up with other players to hunt down bosses feel the greatest. On top of that, it's colorful, it's smooth, and surprisingly deep. Huntopia might just be the next big addiction for fantasy lovers. Crystal of Atlan looks like the kind of game you'd expect to sweep you off your feet. And honestly, for a while, it does. The combat feels just the greatest, classes are fun to experience with, and the mix of magic and matches gives the world a pretty cool, distinct vibe, compared to most of its kind. But then the cracks start to show. The stamina system slows everything down, and the pacing feels kind of uneven. It's ambitious, it's stylish, and clearly built with love, yet it struggles to fully break free from its own limits. Still, there's real potential beneath the grind of it. We do recommend it, hell yes, specifically if you're all about action. Legend of Ymir is finally available globally, with no longer pre-registrations but out in USA, Europe, and Eastern regions as well. The game of talking here is a MMO action RPG Web3 that kinda introduces player-owned servers, letting gamers run their own worlds or team up with streamers to host, whatever events they like. PvP here takes center stage with server battles where, top servers advance to the World Cup and winners earn real-world rewards like Bitcoin and Wemix. The game is like combining classic MMORPG exploration with like blockchain-powered ownership. Suffice it to say, Legend of Ymir is shaping up to offer more than action with both strategy and community-driven qualities. Going down to number 10, it is Raven 2, which is Netmarble's dark fantasy MMORPG, and it looks like it's coming in very wild. You can clearly see it in the trailer, showing off massive fields and bosses that kind of take the whole squad to bring down. Think of it like a classic MMO raid, but then darker, nastier, and designed to rig solo players and reward co-op play. We've got over 8 classes to pick from, 5 kingdoms each packed with their own quests and crossplay, so it doesn't matter what platforms you're playing on. Plus, pre-registrations get you exclusive loot, like a bunch of garments and in-game items. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Going down to number 11, it is Rohan 2. Just launched and it is hitting all the nostalgia buttons for classic role-playing game fans. Plus, the world just looks amazing with like graphics and effects that actually make you stop and stare sometimes. It's got a pretty solid combat. PvP is crazy fun, from one-on-one duels to like huge open field battles where just teamwork is the only thing that matters. Guilds actually make a huge difference in this game. Running quests together feels amazing, and the strategy elements actually keep you thinking. And that's exactly why classes and races are all balanced in the game, to like manage a team play. The game's trading system adds another layer. It's a kind of MMORPG you can sink hours into every day without even noticing. Number 12. Wuthering Waves hit a huge milestone, a new version, and it's finally available to play on pretty much every single platform. This is the biggest game in the list. It's over 45 gigabytes in size. We highly recommend playing this game if you like the qualities of a MMORPG and the action of an action RPG. Wuthering Waves has been one of the top 5 most grossing action games of 2025 for 5 straight months. We didn't get a sponsorship for it, but we really recommend this this game more than any other in the list. If you have been putting it down, it might just be a great time to dive back in right now. If you've missed it before on the channel, Game of Thrones Kingsroad is now fully available globally, and it straight up slaps with that Game of Thrones lore grind. You're playing as some kid from a new house on a mission type of adventure against White Walkers and just rolling with Jon Snow like a boss. The combat hits clean, it's like Assassin's Creed vibes but like way darker and just full of that messy political drama for story. You know, one of this game's downside is its microtransactions that, really sneaks up, and sometimes the controls act a little suspicious, but the story is fire and the world's just mad immersive. Plus, cross progression means you can dip from phone to PC and just keep flexing non-stop. Well, with that being said, Onoiro on the other hand is another action RPG we'd like to recommend because it's been out for just days and it's already one of the most fun to play RPGs that you can play on Android and if you've got an Apple phone. It's like a mix of Diablo and Monster Hunter, but then it's actually smoother, plus the combat's like Souls-like hard with hints of Hades. Boss fights actually make you think, dodging at the right time feels super satisfying, and the class system's pretty insane. You can mix skills, make a tanky frontliner, or just something totally wild based on your own imaginations. The loot actually changes how you play, so you actually get rewards based on your skill and experience. Visuals pop, soundtracks hit. It's the kind of game you want to try at least once. Well guys, Blade & Soul Heroes just launched worldwide, and it's kicking things off as a full prequel to the original MMORPG. It's been out for days and already surpassed millions of downloads on just mobiles, plus you start with a roster of over 40 characters, some fresh, some fan favorites of the series, and each one's got something pretty unique. Like I said before, what makes this game stand out is the dual combat system, meaning you're not locked to just one style of fighting. You can dodge and party in real time, then like flip to turn-based for, story chapters. Cross-platform means playing anywhere, anytime you want, and the first expansion just hit today. Dragon Nest M Classic Mobile is kind of another blast from the past, now just polished for today. It's crafted by the original Korean team and faithfully recreates the game's world, main storyline and dungeon mechanics from the PC version. Combat's now fully manual, no auto battles here, so every combo skills in the ultimate feels satisfying and meaningful and impactful. 4 classic classes are returning, with 8 advanced jobs letting you mix over 70 skills and just craft your own combat styles. You can team up with friends, go solo, tackle multi-phase bosses, and get into cross-server PvP. So yeah, whether you're just revisiting a legend or discovering it for the first time here, it's just pure anime-inspired MMORPG action at its best. Now, this has actually been out for a little bit more than a few months, but Sword of Justice, which we did want to mention before, is available now globally on Android and iOS, and it's really one of the most interesting MMORPGs to drop in a while. Like, it's got the classic Chinese vibe, ancient martial arts mixed with cinematic fantasy, but like, what really makes it stand out is the AI-driven natural creeps. They don't just repeat lines, they actually react to what's happening around them and to you, which makes the world kind of alive in a way MMOs rarely do. It's already pulled in over 40 million players in China, and the Western releases bring all the polish, ray tracing visuals and deep roleplay energy to a global audience now, for free. It's about 17 gigabytes in size. That's the only problem. Going down to number 18, we have Tree of Savior M. Brings the already hit PC classic to mobile with a new twist. It keeps the same hand-drawn art and soundtrack, but then trims away the grind for a smoother experience. You can freely switch between more than 20 classes, like no retaining, no fuss, making every build feel flexible and fun. NPCs from the original game actually join your party now, turning nostalgia into just teamwork. You'll also get loads of new options with costumes, pets, and mounts. It's a pretty relaxing game, it's creative and rewarding, making Tree of Savior M one of the most effortlessly enjoyable MMORPG ports to mobile right now. Highly recommend it. World Eternal Online hits that sweet spot where you feel like a hero from the very first minute. The classes are just fun, the battles are fast, and teaming up with random players in the game's world adds a pretty genuine sense of friendship you don't really get in MMORPGs, except you've actually got a friend to play with. This game's got a shrunken battlefield mechanic that really keeps things tense, forcing you to think on your feet while chasing bosses and loots. The world is pretty vibrant, the characters are stylish, and the action feels responsive. It's not perfect though, there's some bugs and rough edges, but it's an addictive taste of what a magical MMO should really feel like. And last but not least, I hope you forgive me, but this really deserved a little bit of a mention because it was just a beautiful game. Dalu, which is what it's just called, is an RPG that kind of turns card collecting into a living, breathing adventure with MMORPG elements. Like every day you log in, you're rewarded with cards, unlock this whole fully illustrated book and building your dream team as you go. Each card isn't just static, it has two forms, transforming beautifully in battle with these animated soul skills and effects, which is one of the high points of the game, and the official one-click system of the game makes grinding simple, letting you focus on strategy and story instead of repetitive tasks. It's a vibrant anime-inspired mobile RPG that makes you feel like every card has a life of its own. Thanks for watching.